Amaterasu, a sun goddess of the Shinto religion. It is she who sent her grandson to Japan to be the first emperor. One of her stories is that Amaterasu and her brother had a serious argument, after which she disappeared into a dark cave. The land fell dark and all the crops died. People suffered. The gods decided Amaterasu must be returned to her rightful place in the heavens. They held a party. When Amaterasu's curiosity was piqued by the revelry, she peered out of her cave and saw herself in a mirror the gods strategically had placed there. She was admiring the image when they grabbed her and closed off her way back to the cave. The sun shone brightly once again. This is a drawing of Amaterasu emerging from her cave. Unfortunately, as our own skin tells us, too much exposure to sun can be harmful. In the explosion since the Industrial Revolution began, we have dumped so many greenhouse gases into the atmosphere that the delicate balance that supports life on Earth has been disturbed. One of the victims is coral. Elkhorn and staghorn coral, found in Caribbean shallow water reef systems, shelter fish, help protect coastlines, and attract tourists. Only 3% remain from the 1970s. Global warming and development are among factors killing corals worldwide. The corals off the coast of Curacao are critically endangered. Coral Restoration Curacao is working to restore them. Coral reefs need clean, clear water and temperatures of 70 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit to survive. But waters are warming and are polluted. Corals feed off nutrients from their partners' algae's photosynthesis. Some corals live close to the surface in tropical waters so that the algae can access the sun's rays. One such habitat is found at Curacao, an island in the southern Caribbean near Aruba. It is a popular spot for scuba divers to appreciate coral reefs. Quote, "The reefs are suffering a huge degradation due to multiple factors, and the coral mass of the oceans is shrinking, which is really bad for the oceans," says Islander Paul Bosch, project manager of Coral Restoration Foundation, Curacao. The foundation grows corals in nurseries, Paul says. Quote, "Then when they are ready, we either cut them to repopulate our nurseries or we put them back in the reefs. We already restored 3,500 corals, and there's a lot more to come." We admire the foundation's work, and during an email interview asked Paul, who also is a manager at Ocean Encounters Diving, what ordinary landlubbers like ourselves can do to help corals. "Any local change will eventually make a change globally," he says. "Reduce any type of waste, especially plastic, which will unfortunately end up in the sea. Support any initiatives that will help reduce or revert the climate change. Support green energy and use as much as possible biodegradable products. Reduce, reuse, recycle." If you use sunscreen, Paul recommends buying eco-conscious, reef-friendly products that are mineral-based and do not use oxybenzone, which, he adds, is extremely bad for coral. Do you enjoy eating seafood? Studies on the future of seafood are alarming and range from a prediction that seafood will disappear within 30 years to 90% of the world's fisheries are already fully exploited. To eat seafood responsibly and help keep oceans healthy, visit the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch website. Its principal guides are broken down by region, so you can find ocean-friendly seafood wherever you live or travel. The site recommends look for the Marine Stewardship Council blue eco label in stores and restaurants. These products are certified sustainable to the standards of the MSC and can be traced back to the certified fishery. On the site, you'll find apps you can download and a place to sign up for its emailed newsletters. I'm going to share with you now a poem that I wrote about the corals called Amaterasu. Zooxanthellae, microscopic algae, live in exquisite symbiosis with coral reefs, pink, turquoise, happy yellow, in a narrow range of temperatures, like Goldilocks porridge, just right. Zooxanthellae photosynthesize fire, red, apricot, lemon, jade. Corals patiently craft staghorns, spiral wires, pillars. It takes millions of years. Peach and a blue, bluer than dreams. Building sea bones, ocean species in the millions depend on. Mossy green, pumpkin orange, splash of cranberry. Zooxanthellae produce oxygen, glucose, glycerol, amino acids in water of depth just right, in water that is clean and clear to feed living bones of the sea. A snub-nosed turtle swims languidly past aqua, mushroom brown, violet. Coral polyps fed by their partners produce calcium carbonate, build reefs, shelter 1/4 of all ocean life. Dusty tan, magneta, swirling beige, pincushion gold. When water warms, when water suffers acidification, stressed corals evict tiny cells that feed them. Bleach white. Sun goddess, hide your face. White is the color of death.